All right, common mistakes people make when they're selling a house. And I think there's a handful of them that are very low hanging that if you just do, you'll drive up your value like crazy and it really doesn't cost you any money, right? And the first one's gonna be making the house tidy and clean, right? When a buyer's walking through a house and they see a dirty house or a cluttered house, they think to themselves, what else is wrong in this place? Maybe they didn't take care of the roof. Maybe they didn't take care of the furnace. Maybe they didn't do this. Maybe they didn't do that, right? So all of these things and these questions get raised simply because we didn't tidy up around the house. Second, by tidying up around the house, you start to show how much space you have in it. If you've got oversized furniture or too much furniture or both, and you got stuff all over the place, it takes the rooms and makes them smaller, which then again, you won't have as many buyers interested in the property, which then drives the price down. Second, there's touch-ups that you can do around the house that are simple, right? Paint touch-ups don't cost a lot of money. They're simple and they go a long way. Paint is always going to be one of your highest ROI things. So I think looking into paint is super important, and that's one of the things you want to consider first. Second, you can go ahead. A lot of contracts are falling out right now. In fact, it's one of the highest ever. 18% of all contracts, that's almost 1 in 5 going under contract, end up getting out of contract. And almost all of that is in the inspection period. So pre-inspect your house. There may be some things that you can take care of that come up on an inspection, and usually an inspector will actually charge less to a seller for a pre-inspection than what they charge a buyer to go and inspect, because usually the timelines are a little more flexible so they can fit it in a time in which they don't have a separate inspection done. So they'll come in and then it gives you exactly what to do on your property. So that way when you do get a buyer, you can show them, hey, we have these items and we took care of all of them, right? Which gives reassurance to the buyer that the product they're buying for the price that they're offering is something that is worthwhile to them and a good value at the end of the day. So that's one of the other things. You can also pre-appraise if you'd like. Again, appraisers will charge less if they get to come in advance than doing it in the process, because again, they can fit it into their schedule when they don't have something scheduled. So it's money made instead of just time wasted. So you can pre-inspect that. So you can hand a buyer an appraisal, an inspection, and now you've really bulletproofed your transaction. So any offer you get now has more certainty around the price they're offering because you've already inspected it, you've already appraised it, and that increases the amount of people and potentially could end up in a bidding war driving your price up. So if you have any other questions or have a unique situation, go ahead and reach out. We'd love to talk to you about it. Thank you.